Gamers, what's going on today? It is Dom here, back once again. We're talking Pro Wrestling Sim. This time, what if WCW actually survived and the WWF at the time died? Now, something oddly enough, though, is that the owner naturally became Vince McMahon here. Ted Turner must have just been like, well, here, at least have a job, and now you're the owner. It's a global company. I went from 2002 to 2012 here. So 10 years later, let's see who's at the top of the food chain here in 2012, who's still alive, who died, all those crazy things going on here. So at the top of the food chain, though, we do see we have Nitro and Thunder broken up here. So we got The Rock, or Dwayne Johnson here, Adam Copeland, Glenn Jacobs. So different names for some people here. We got Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe all in the main event scene. Not gonna spend time going over every single person here just for the sake of time, but we got some pretty cool ones here. We got Styles, Abyss, Fergal, Devitt, some people that you wouldn't see together at this time. People who are lower down on the card, actually, like Cena down in the mid card there with Shane Helms. So I imagine still been in WCW for a while there. Drew Galloway making his way up there. Big fan of TJP. Enhancement talents. Looks like they have a pretty solid women's division here. So the 15-year-old Jordan Grace in the women's division, goodness. Backstage staff, Harley Race. All right, Terry Funk, Dixie. What a backstage. Vince McMahon, Dixie Carter, John Laurinaitis, Harley Race, Gerald Briscoe, Spectro Jr., the Zodiac. Check out the announce team here. So we got JB, Jeremy Borash, Mike Tenay, CJ Rose, and Shinji Yoshino. So that's a pretty big shakeup for announcers there. Referees, the big one here is going to be Earl Hebner. Let's check out our titles here. It does say WCWR because this was actually in the database for the Who's Next 2002 to debut in 2025, but I just set it to debut in 2002. And it's actually like WCW rebranded or rebirthed like that. So that's why these titles here are already predefined. Luckily, there wasn't too much going in here add them up. But Brock Lesnar, 24/7 champ, must have a whole different meaning in this universe here. WCW Network champion. I wonder if they actually have a network in 2012. Probably not, honestly. But WCW Tag Team Champions Mark Henry and Shane Helms. Sugar Shane Helms, pretty good there. CM Punk is the TV champion. The Rock is United States champion. The world champion here is The Rock too, so double champ. Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel, as the Cruiserweight champion. Tori Wilson as the Women's champion. And the World Heavyweight, I should say, and the World Women's Champion is Tori Wilson. So she got both of them anyways. Now, you might be wondering, what does the rest of the world look like here? Well, of course, they are the #1 company here. I didn't do any of this. This is all natural growth for them. They actually started down in 30 popularity, so to go to 100, they've been killing it, essentially. Shimmer here, cult-sized company. So this is where all the women are wrestling at. They're the second biggest company. Then we have Ring of Honor, which Triple H is running that one there. Tracy Brooks running Shimmer. NWA TNA Jeff Jarrett still out there. Let's go. Shane McMahon running FCW. Interesting. John Zandig, championship wrestler from Hollywood. And we'll check out some of these champions here, but yeah, it looks like New Japan's gone. A couple of those other companies that started off here kind of dwindled out. Ring of Honor champ Triple H. Triple H, you must have learned it from Jeff Jarrett. Booked himself as the World Heavyweight Champion. Let's go there. Alrighty. NWA TNA Jeff Jarrett is the X Division Champion. Makes sense because I guess they didn't. The NWA must have died. They must have had the NWA with the World Heavyweight Championship that died. So looks like a lot of these companies here, some of them don't even have their belts debuted yet. If I remember this, that was an issue with some of these like older databases when they were created at the time. Taking it back to 2002 here, let's see what all of our match of the year, rest of the year was. Shelton Benjamin, Eddie Guerrero, match of the year here. Mark Calloway and Lex Luger having segment of the year. Wrestler of the year was Christian Cage. Women's Wrestler of the year, Sarah Del Rey. New Japan was company of the year. Shawn Michaels and Christian Cage, 2003. Calloway and Eddie Guerrero. Shawn Michaels Wrestler of the Year for 2003. Let's go. Amy Dumas, Lita, getting Women's Wrestler of the Year. WCW is skyrocketing then at that point within a year, going to Company of the Year. Looks like they pretty much killed New Japan at this point. So let's see what the Show of the Year was. I'm kind of curious. So this had 19,000 people show up to it. Show score is only 80. But what was our main event here? Edge and Angle. Christian Cage, Hogan, Luger, and Jeff Hardy. They must really respect that 24/7 championship. That's something you really see a lot. I'll say that. So kind of thought it'd be kind of more of a gimmicky one there. Alrighty, let's take your promotion of the year again was WCW. Lisa Marie Varon here. Shawn Michaels, rest of the year again. We got Triple H and Raven in a fantastic segment on ROH TV. That's a sentence. Kurt Angle and Eddie Guerrero in 2004 match of the year. Yep, could see it. Kurt Angle and Kane match of the year on Explosion of all places. That's a interesting one to be having that. Angle there rising up pretty steadily. Melina rising up too. Looks like a random episode of Thunder. What did they do on a random episode of Thunder with 20,000 people? Psycho Clown and Shawn Michaels. People must have really loved that. But the Christian Cage Jimmy Jacobs match, maybe that was also like the go-to. Sean O'Haire, Wrestler of the Year. Good for him. He's not in the top here, but maybe just a workhorse throughout the year. Kurt Angle, Dwayne Johnson, and Shelton Benjamin. Damn, 2006, what a year. 2007, though, the rise of Tanahashi. So Tanahashi and Jericho on Thunder. Sean O'Haire is killing it with some promos out there. Christian Cage above Edge in this universe. What a weird little universe to be a part of here. Yeah, WCW just continuously being promotion of the year. Don Marie, Christian Cage. Sean O'Haire killing it with segments. Eddie and Jericho in 2008. Christopher Daniels and Dwayne Johnson, 2009. Don Marie was Wrestler of the Year. That's iconic right there for a female to actually beat out all the guys here and be female wrestler or male, not male, female Wrestler of the Year and Wrestler of the Year. So that's pretty big there. 201 total segments. I wonder maybe capturing just the matches here in the segments, hopefully, for that's a statistic there. But Rene Dupree, Chris will be really happy about that one. It's one of his favorite wrestlers. 2010, we see Dwayne Johnson and Brock Lesnar. So a little behind maybe on like the rise of Brock Lesnar, but nonetheless a lot going on. Abaddon and Jeff Jarrett on a random impact out of crazy segment, it looks like. Wrestler Adam Copeland. So Edge is back. Paul London rising up there. Don Marie holding it steady there for the women wrestling scene. Talia Madison. Dwayne Johnson, Wrestler of the Year. Send Mark Henry over there. He's rising up. Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar on a Thunder. Shelton Benjamin and CM Punk. Damn, last year those matches were going crazy. So we don't witness our first death until 2004. Ultimate Warrior passing away here in 2004. 2005, we lose Scott Steiner and the Fabulous Moolah. Nothing in 2006, it looks like. 2007, we're going to go and see Mr. Fuji pass away. 2008, we're going to see the passing of Hogan, Jake Roberts, and T-Ray Hispano. Let's go see who retired Hogan. What was Hogan's last match? Sugar Shane Helms retired Hogan, and then he was in the grave. 2009, nothing here. 2010, Kurt Angle is found dead due to a heart attack, it looks like. Goodness. His last match was a tag team match. It was Sting and Onryo taking on Angle and Lashley. Wow. In 2011 here, Funaki passed away. And nothing so far in 2012, luckily. So not too many deaths, but still some shocking ones there. Actually, we can go through some of the filters here. So in 2002, we have an affair here with Matt Hardy and Lita. In 2002, we also have the bankruptcy for the AAA, MPW, XPW, EPW, CMLL, NOAH, AJPW, and New Japan. A lot of companies falling apart there. We got some fights here backstage. Let's see what else we got here. New owners. So that's when we have Triple H. So these guys have been with these companies for a while now, looks like. Let's go over to 2003. Here we're going to see the bankruptcy of Big Japan, WWC, ECCW, IWRG, and DDT. That company is just not making it through there. We have Vince McMahon and Linda McMahon having a divorce there. On the flip side, on a positive note, Natty Neidhart and TJ Wilson get engaged. So good for them sticking along here, hopefully, as we make it throughout the years. 2004, nonetheless, sees some more companies closing down, MCW and Stampede. They officially get married here. Let's go to 2005. No companies closed down, so that's really good to see there in terms of engagements. Lita and The Rock. Okay. That's a one. Any engagements here? Any divorces, bankruptcies? Seeing Dragon Gate close down. So that explains why there's so like little companies here. An affair between Nancy Benoit and Chris Benoit. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Vicky Guerrero and Eddie Guerrero. There's a double affair going on in 2006. But oddly enough, Eddie is still around and kicking to this day in WXW. Chris Benoit is just unemployed. His ass is unemployed. Wow. What was the last thing he did? He was with FIP. He's taking on Shane Ballard. Wow. Okay. 2007 sees the closing of MLW, CZW, and FMW. We're going to see the engagement here of Eddie Guerrero and Bobby Billard. Okay. What else we got? Who's doing hard drugs down here? New Jack and went on Creed. Okay. 2008. He was getting a DUI. Jericho's getting some DUIs. He was getting some fights here. A whole bunch of people getting into some fights. Dang, guys, calm down. Randy Orton and the Iron Sheik. 2009. We got the engagement of Lizzie Borden and Dynamite D. Alrighty, so we're doing good so far with not like a whole bunch more bankruptcies and companies. Got a couple of affairs going on here. Devon and Lisa Moretti. Triple H and Sarah Del Rey. Sean O'Hare and Sarah Del Rey. Oh man, so there's that scandal going on here. Chris Benoit cheated again. Lisa Moretti. Wow, Devon got in the middle of that. Triple H was with Steph, and so yeah, that's where this whole just affair nonsense is. 2010 is really bad, I guess. Really affairs it looked like. So in terms of divorces, Veronica Kane and Johnny Webb. Oh, TJ Wilson and Natty did divorce there, sadly, in the end. 2011 here, we have the affair of Sarah Del Rey and Rob Conway. Bankruptcies, we're going to see AAW here. No marriages. Barbie Blank gets a DUI. And in 2012 here. So nothing more for those craziness there. And as we end off here on if WCW would have killed off WWF, the most popular wrestler in the world is Edge, followed by Kane here. So these are one of our most famous wrestlers right now, throughout the last 10 years, are looking like. And let's see, most importantly, who is the best wrestler of them all. So that's total popularity overall, but let's see who is the best wrestler in the world. It is the one and the only Christian Cage here. So Brock Lesnar, Nigel McGuinness out there, AJ Styles. Okay, so this is a nice little alternative look here. So alrighty, gamers. Well, if you enjoyed more of the simming going throughout, let my computer just run while I fell asleep and see what I wake up to, what type of universe this is. Let me know there's definitely a couple more interesting ideas I haven't got to with all the years of TW and Pro Wrestling Sim, just simming there. But nonetheless, you guys know what to do if you like the video, and we'll see you all next time. Take care, gamers.